Hello, goddess, and welcome to a brand new week. Super Sign Sunday here for you, for us all, divine feminines who are sharing in this healing twin flames with empowerment experiences journey here. And what's the clarity there? Well, we get to choose how we see our journey. It's either a collection of disempowering experiences, victimization experiences, or it's a whole collection of empowerment experiences, opportunity through which you can look back and find where you gave away your power and take it back. That's what this journey is all about, especially a twin flame journey, which is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids, as I like to say. And that's why we are all here. Again, my name is Rochelle Richard, in case I didn't mention that. And here at Empowerment Experiences, we look for and find our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And we do that through all such facets of the self, from twin flames, of course, to manifestation, to inner child healing, to really truly learning to love that which is your self, to receive the love that you deserve, to be in the flow of abundance that you are. That is this entire journey. And as we dive into this Super Signs Sunday, I certainly am eager to hear what the cards have to say. And there it is, 144. And I know that is going around. I even saw it on my way home, in my car, on the clock. I have been seeing it everywhere as well. So 144 is definitely a number we are all aligning with right now, with stepping into that which is the leader self, that version of yourself. Let me go ahead and dive a little bit more into this 144 for us. Leadership, focus on desired outcomes, determination, diligence, and intentional action for building a solid foundation. Be happy just being you. This number is really about, again, you reclaiming your power and stepping into the leader that you truly are. And even if that means to simply be a leader in your own life and set an example for those around you, that's massive. That is such a big deal, to recognize that you are having an impact and influencing your environment, those around you, which is why it is so important for you to be showing up as you would like to be known, as who you choose to show up as the leader that you truly are. All right, and with that, let us dive into the cards. I am super excited. I know for myself, I'm definitely stepping into that next level leadership in my own life, especially for myself. I had to recognize how boldly, how brazenly I was disrespecting my own boundaries and therefore allowing others to disrespect my boundaries. Because it's recognizing that, yeah, here's the thing about this card, this partnership. It is recognizing, dear sweet goddess, that you are in a partnership with your higher self, with your twin flame, with source, in the space that you have got to be in that awakening space, recognizing that you have to be conscious about your thoughts, about your actions, because we are co-creating this experience. And we are the ones individually who are creating this experience for ourselves based on our point of attraction. So that's what this partnership card is coming up for today, is to recognize that you are already in a partnership, goddess. You are in, again, that partnership with yourself, your higher self and lower self, that when we can learn to recognize the ego for what it is and the purpose that it does serve, because it does serve a purpose, that it's not supposed to always be our enemy. Okay? I know in the beginning when we're healing this, and maybe a little bit further into it, of course, when we hit those spaces where our ego self is throwing a tantrum and not being cooperative, again, when we can recognize for ourselves that that is actually showing us something, And when we can come into that present moment and actually ask ourselves, what is this showing me? How am I working against myself? Right? Because if we are throwing a tantrum, if we are experiencing that exponential amount of resistance that we tend to have, right? That disallows ourselves from surrendering to the flow, allowing ourselves to receive support by the universe, then we are the ones that are not allowing our own experience that we desire. So this is about working as a team with all the parts of you, first and foremost, goddess, but also as a team with your counterpart, with your sister goddesses, with the universe. This is an entire magnificent co-created experience that we are having here. All right, so be intentional. Be intentional about what you're creating. Again, it is about how are you showing up. And the key is we've got to bring ourselves into the present moment, into this, in this presence, this space of presence, because that is where you can really truly feel into all that you are and recognize that you're not alone, and be truly intentional with your actions, your thoughts, your state of being, your emotions. Oof. Well, and there we go. Right? You're not trusting your higher self. You're not really trusting the support of the universe outside of you. You're not allowing yourself to trust that you are being so supported, so divinely guided, that anything and everything that you need when you need it will flow in, but you have to trust that it is, and therefore allow for it to flow in. And so that's definitely a doozy right now, goddess. I know how challenging it can be to trust because of this inner child trauma, right? The abandonment, the being told one thing and something else happening. This is what we're healing here as we further expand into trusting this partnership that we have with the universe, trusting that we are not in this alone, trusting that even as children, all that we endured, we were being guided, we were being protected. And I know that can be challenging to believe for those of us who have experienced some, well, let's just call it as it is, some hellacious things in our lives, period. We have, right? That's why we have inner child healing. And that's where we are, goddess. This is the continuation, that perpetual going and growing journey of coming into union within yourself, coming back home to you, anchoring into and fully embodying that which you are, which is your power to show up as you, to be intentional, to show up on purpose, expecting the outcome that you know you are aligned with, trusting that what you desire is coming. All right? And allowing for that inner child to have a voice. Ask her why. Why does she not trust? Why is she afraid? And then you, as the older version of self, are the parent of that younger version of self. And so you are being asked to truly reparent your inner self. And that's what we're doing here. Only you, goddess, only you can turn this card right side up. Only you can cultivate that trust within yourself, that trust for the universe, that trust for others in your life, that trust for your journey, period, that you are being supported, and that whatever happened as a child is in the past, that you can heal from it. All right, and we just had a whole lot of cards, and I can already tell this is it. Wow, we have 4 right here. Let's go this way, shall we? Well, boom, there you are. This card is the self-love card in this deck because you are your first true love. You have to love you the most, goddess, because without you in you, there is no your life. And that's what this again is recognizing that you are in a partnership with yourself. You're in a partnership with the universe. We are being asked to, again, be intentional And that begins with really, truly loving yourself, allowing yourself to step into this space and place of being your own best friend. Boom, there that is. And one of the ways that we definitely do this is by grounding in nature. Trusting that this is, again, a soul adventure, that this is a perpetual going and growing journey, goddess. And that no matter what, you are protected, you are being divinely guided. The universe does have your back. Ta-da! There we go. Dare to do things differently. That is jumping out at me right now. Dare to do things differently. And that's the thing, goddess, is if you have really been being your own worst enemy, and I feel like we have to revisit this because it is so easy to slip back into old sabotage, old patterns. And we have to really check ourselves, especially as we've shifted into this new, more empowered space. That ego is always going to be tempting you to come back where it's safe. But just like a plane on the ground and a boat in the harbor, neither the plane or the boat are made to be on the ground and in the harbor. The plane is made to be in the air, and the boat is made to be out at sea, on the water. It's allowing yourself to, again, do things differently. You were not made to play small. You are not made to just fit in this little box. You are made to be so much bigger than that. So much more. You are made to spread your wings and soar. Spread your wings and fly to the sky like the plane does, or open your sail and allow yourself to go out into this adventure that is this soul journey that you are on, and this human experience here. That's where we are. And with that, I am really curious to know, what do we have with regards to working our light as we are recognizing that we are in a partnership with ourselves and with the universe? That, again, how are you showing up? And that is this partnership with that inner child, right? Again, being your own best friend, truly loving yourself. Are you being that? Who or what is triggering you? So what in this, because there's an aspect of this message here, goddess, that is triggering you. Have you not been really as kind with yourself as you were at one time, or you have, again, fallen off a little bit and you're in a space of beating yourself up? Therein lies the lesson, goddess. You're gonna fall off track. You're gonna fuck up, because you have to fail in order to succeed. In order to know what works, you have to discover what doesn't, most of the time. So seldom do we get it right the first time. All right? And every step that we don't get it right, that's us learning. And that is exactly this. So it is about you learning to love yourself, no matter how tough things are, no matter how many times you fuck up and all these other things. It's about you getting off your own back and really truly being that kind and caring and nurturing guide for yourself, that friend, that mother to yourself, parenting your inner child. So you don't need to beat yourself up. You don't need to scold yourself for making mistakes. That's part of the journey. And when you can accept that, when you can trust that you're going to fuck up, trust that things are not going to go smoothly at times. Because why? There are lessons for you to learn. Wow, this just jumped out. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path. Wow. We got the trust, the reassurance. Goddess, again, it is such an act of self-love to let go of things that you cannot control, to truly trust that you are being divinely guided, you are being supported. And you just keep making the decisions that feel good. Making the choices that feel aligned for you. They don't have to make sense to anybody else. And you don't owe anybody else an explanation. I've recently just had to cut back because I have, amazing soul sisters who have amazing children in their lives. However, I've chosen to not have children so that I do have that freedom and that luxury. But I started to catch myself where I'm babysitting way too much. And again, as much as I love these children and I love my soul sisters, it's become a detriment to what I'm here to do with regards to what really truly lights me up. And it's really learning when to say no. That yes, I can watch sometimes. However, I have my mission, my responsibilities that I'm called to. And so it's really learning to say no, to not feel obligated to other people. Because you are really truly only obligated to yourself, with exception, yes, of those who birth the children. You were chosen, and therefore you can handle it. I wasn't for that. I am a mother to all children, and I am a guide for mothers to find their power so they continue to lead the children of the future from an empowered place and space. So with that, as I keep shuffling the Divine Masculine deck as I am using it for this reading for us today, it's not always the Divine Masculine cards. However, today, and looky there, 1, 2, and 3. Well. Uncertainty. That is that not trusting the journey. And as well, I really feel that the Divine Masculine, there are things he would like to say and do, yet he's still in that disempowered space. Why? Because clearly the Divine Feminine has been going through some of her shit, right? Of not really trusting herself. Hello. And therefore, the Divine Masculine is going to mirror that uncertainty. Because it is about harnessing your energy, being in control of your energy, not paying any mind to what is happening outside of you. To recognize that you can anchor into trust anytime you desire. It is an energetic state of being. Everything is a frequency. Everything is energy. And this is very much where the Divine Masculine is for himself, working on that energy space, because that is the path to success. Remember, you will fail. You will fuck up. And the Divine Masculine is learning this as well. That it's not about perfect, but rather it is about knowing that imperfectly perfect is the way that things are, that we can call that which is perfect is actually imperfect. So it's perfectly imperfect or imperfectly perfect. That's what this is. Because regardless of what the journey looks like, Goddess, it is perfect in the eyes of Source. Everything that you learn, every decision you make, and same with your counterpart, that's exactly what this is showing us here. That no matter what decision, no matter how much doubt, how much you may distrust your journey, success is yours, regardless. Every decision that you both are making for yourselves and for each other, for the collective, it is guaranteed success. Because everything that happens is supposed to happen. Because everything that happens is teaching you. It's helping you to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. And that is what we're here for. That is the success. is to further this expansion, this learning to love ourselves and be our own best friend. That's why for this twin flame journey, why it's this whole other level, because you have to detach. It is vital. And again, to reiterate, anybody in this, and that's where I get with this whole twin flame arena with all these gurus who want to tell you to keep holding on and keep visualizing and never let go. And if anybody is telling you to, that they're leading you away from God. Okay, so attachment is what they're saying God is. God is the ego, is what that's being said there. Because holding on to something is attachment. Letting go, trusting, surrendering, and this is why. And I know there are so many of you that just like to go around and search and search and search and want to hear what you want to hear. And you'll keep going out, seeking out these twin flame gurus until you hear what you want to hear. And so often I have individuals, goddesses, that come back to me and go, oh my God, I heard this. And I'm like, okay, let me make a video for that. Because I come from a place of empowerment. I come from a self-love empowerment place. Where is your power in this? And right now, where your power is in this, goddess, is recognizing the partnership that you have energetically with yourself, being your own best friend. And that's very much what you're being asked, is to get off your own back, to be intentional, really be taking care of yourself, really be loving yourself, asking yourself, what is triggering me and how can I, oh, excuse me. And oh my gosh, I literally just pulled the number 2 out of the bag. And I've been sneezing in triples lately, goddess. I'm just gonna point that out. We had 3 cards here, but we have number 2 here, right? So I'm curious, 144 and card number 2. I'm intrigued. Balance and harmony, patience, oh my gosh, partnerships and relationships. Wow. Receptivity, receptive mode. Looky here. Intuition, insight, courage, faith, and trust. Just this number really, nailing home what this message is. Which is, again, overall for you to practice cultivating trust within yourself, for your journey. That is what it is, again, to be your own best friend. To recognize the partnership. You can't be in a partnership of any kind if you don't trust the other person. But how are you going to trust the other person if you don't even trust yourself? So you see, that's where we are launching off this Super Sign Sunday for the week, is trust, goddess. This is about really nurturing and healing the relationship with yourself from all perspectives, being the mother reparenting the inner child, be it the divine feminine goddess, coming home to union within herself, recognizing, again, in order to have a real relationship with her divine masculine, she's got to have a powerful, united union within herself. Okay? So that's where we are for this Super Sign Sunday. And I swear, I think this is a record, really, literally. So I am super stoked. Be sure to, like this video, hit subscribe by all means. And best of all, comment below. I'd love, even if it's just a couple emojis, just drop those. Let me know you stopped by, because I do reply. I love to say hi. And of course, anytime you get any emails from me, by all means, you can reply to those. I am here for you, goddess. I am here through my free content on my platforms, from YouTube to Instagram. Where else am I? YouTube, Instagram. I'm sort of on Facebook. We're working on that. But definitely YouTube and Instagram, you can find me. And I'm here to serve and support you, goddess, in all the ways that I can. I am also available for one-on-one deep dive sessions, as well as having my group mentorship program available. That said, it is my mission, my twin flame mission, my soul purpose, my lifelong mission to remind you that the power is in your hands. Goddess, the power to trust this journey, the power to create the life that you desire, the power to trust yourself in creating the life you desire. That power is in your hands, because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.